Nation and McAllister's principles are based on. Bravo, pedagogical perspective is the answer. Which does not belong to curriculum influences? Excellent choice. Design is the right answer. The father of the classical conditional theory. Smart move. Ivan Pavlov is an accurate answer. It is the way the curriculum is conceptualized. Good job. Your answer curriculum designing works well here. Who is the father of early childhood education? Solid response. Jean-Jacques Rousseau is a valid choice. The founder of 8 Intelligences. He is Dash. Well picked. Howard Gardner is the correct answer. What curriculum replaced the 2-2 plan in 1973? Strong choice. RCEP is the right answer. The concept of curriculum development excludes. Excellent. International considerations is a brilliant choice, which is not a challenge impacting curriculum. On track? Free thinking is the correct answer. What is the second approach in the curriculum? Great job. Process is the accurate answer. Tyler's curriculum development principles are. Nice selection. 4 is the correct and valid answer. What is the equivalent term for Kibom of Testa? Exactly. Work text makes sense, and it is right choice. Who is the proponent of operant conditioning? Good thinking. B.F. Skinner is the right answer. Who controls the subject-centered curriculum? Smart pick. Teacher is the correct choice. Your final evaluation should reflect the dash. You got it. Your choice objective is right. The student's terminal behavior is termed as. Well reasoned. Output is the correct choice. It is the last step of the curriculum model. Right again. Evaluation is a valid answer. What approach does essentialism believe in? Valid point. Back to basics is true, which is not the core competencies of K-13. Correct response. Scientific knowledge is the most accurate answer. Who proposed the client-centered therapy? Nicely done. Carl Rogers is a solid answer. He is the founder of cognitive development. Right choice. Jean Piaget is the best answer. The K-12 curriculum is otherwise called as. You chose Enhanced Basic Education Curriculum, and it is correct. Who developed the systematic design model? Clear logic. Your choice, Dr. A.S. Pollen, is sound and 100% true. Provide continuous and cumulative learning. Correct. Sequence is the right answer. He believes that education is experiencing. Sharp thinking. John Dewey is the right choice. TVET curriculum is currently developed by. Nice work. You chose KEDAC and it is correct. Curriculum development is a dash process. Well done. Dynamic is the right choice. How many types of curriculum evaluation? Perfect. 3 is the correct choice. The breadths and depths of the curriculum. You're right. Scope is the correct answer. In compensatory curriculum, we cater for
Great thinking. At-risk students is the right choice.
One example of the 4 basic principles. Valid point. Purpose is true. Teaching and learning combines to make. Good thinking. Curriculum is the right answer. The reason for undertaking the lesson. Excellent. Intended learning outcomes is a brilliant choice. It promotes democratic social living. Right again. Progressivism is a valid answer. Cognitive development refers to dash. Good job. Your answer gained knowledge works well here. Curriculum as an outcome of learning. You chose product, and it is correct. The backbone of any kind of training. Well done. Curriculum is the right choice. What is the meaning of philosophia? Strong choice. Love and wisdom is the right answer. Behavioral objectives must be dash. Great thinking. Specific is the right choice. What is meant by blended learning? Perfect. Online and face-to-face teaching is the correct choice. Type of active learning strategies. Pick. Think, pair, and share is the correct choice. Founder of 4 basic principles. Great job. Ralph Reiler is the accurate answer. Hilda-Taba model is also called. Sharp thinking. Grassroots approach is the right choice. Who is the Mozart of psychology? Correct. Lev Vygotsky is the right answer. Curriculum as the subject matter. Well reasoned. Content is the correct choice. Market research is conducted at. Nice work. You chose viability stage, and it is correct. Evidence of successful learning. Solid response. Learning outcomes is a valid choice. What does SIP model stand for? Exactly. Context, input, process, product makes sense, and it is right choice. Example of Hilda-Taba's model? Smart move. Diagnosis is an accurate answer. Curriculum development process. On track. Planning, designing, implementing, evaluating is the correct answer. What is formative assessment? Right choice. Assessment for learning is the best answer. Authenticity of the content. You got it. Your choice validity is right. Curriculum approaches are. Nicely done. Content, product, and process is a solid answer. Which is a faculty, right? Nice selection. Self-governance is the correct and valid answer. Which one is not a 4.0? Correct response. Microsoft Office is the most accurate answer. What does PISA test? You're right. Math science reading is the correct answer. The full form of CP. Clear logic. Your choice curriculum development plan is sound and 100% true. Image shows part of. Well picked. Curriculum map is the correct answer. Grassroots approach. Bravo. Hilda-Taba is the answer. What is Beck? Excellent choice. Basic education curriculum is the right answer. how you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Great job! Contact Narayan Changda is the accurate answer.